Hi, I've got some serious catching up to do. I've got quite a few videos lined up to do and it's just getting around to them. But what I did want to do was I got a gorgeous yarn 12 days of Christmas, which I'll give you some more details, and obviously I'll put details up where I got them from and everything like that. So what I'm wanting to do is open the yarn, make a project. So we're going to have a mixture of projects. Some of them could be doll related, some are just Christmas decoration related. Until I actually open the yarn, I'm not 100% what I'm going to make with them. I have little projects partially made to give me ideas. So that's what I'm going to work on. But you'll see on the thumbnail by the time I put it up what I will actually be making. So I hope you're going to join in with me on the actual projects. Some might be quite cute for Christmas trees, as I say, some will be doll related, etc, etc. I'm definitely starting to feel a little bit more Christmassy, as you can see behind me, but I haven't actually got my decorations up in the house yet. We've got a few days before we start doing that, but I need to catch up. I've got 3 days of Advent to catch up on, plus I've got other things I want to do. So I've got my actual Advent packages on the table here, so it's really hard to pick them up, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to go top down, and I'm going to do day 1 of my Advent, even though we're on day 3 of the Advent, but these are probably going to go back to back because of that, and I will try and catch up as I go, so apologies for not being on time. I can already see sort of package number 1 here. I'm quite excited to get in because these yarns are absolutely gorgeous. So we'll go top down and we will have a look at day 1 Advent, plus, as you will see on the thumbnail, the secret little project that we're going to make as well. So I will see you in a moment. Yay, here is my package, and it is from Fairy Realms. Let me get this right. Fairy Realms Yarns. Now, her products are absolutely gorgeous. It is an Etsy page. I will put the link on there. Please have a look. I've had a couple of products now, and they are absolutely gorgeous. It is a 4-ply yarn that I've gone for. This is the type of yarn it is, because I absolutely love the sock yarn for making small items and also perfect for doll items. So I've already opened the main package, as you can see. I've had a little play here, and these are all my little individual packets. So there is a larger one here. Now, there isn't a number on this. I'm presuming this probably could be like a Christmas present type, so it's the last one, but I'm going to be naughty and open it on my first one. So let's have a look what we got. Ta-da! Oh, look at this. Oh, lovely. It says, Happy Advent, Sarah. Your scented sachet is filled with lavender, flowers, and orange rose nib? Not quite sure what that is. Hand painted. Well, especially for you. Just look at that. Oh, I've got to have a smell of it, so I've got to pull it away from it. I could smell it anyway, but I just like to... I'm terrible. I love lavender sachets, anything like that. This is gorgeous. Look at that. It's like a proper little sort of enveloped package, so you could take that out as well. So if you wanted to use this for something else, you could do. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for that, because I didn't know that was coming. I just thought I was getting Advent yarn. I'm just going to... Oh, I've got to keep sniffing it and then not the camera. That's not a good idea. How pretty is that, and how beautifully made it is. Thank you so, so much. Oh, and there you go. There you are. It's Nicolette and it's Fairy Realm Yarns. But as I say, I will actually put a link so you don't have to try and read that. I will put it on there for you. So I'm going to pop that to one side and that paper to one side. It's all beautifully wrapped in tissue paper, so it's great. Everything's recyclable. And we need to find number 1. Number one. Oh, ta-da. Number 1. Oh, we have 2 packages on our number 1. So I will take the little pack. We'll go for the little package first. So let's have a look what I've got as a little extra. What am I like? I have a pair of scissors next to me, which probably would be so much easier. I just want to be careful opening things, that's all. There we go. That worked better. Well, I've bits of paper everywhere now. I've cut it like that. Oh, there we go. Don't want to lose it. Oh, I love that. Oh, how pretty is that? I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it properly. It is I mean, the light's shining on it for me, so I'm struggling a bit. It's a little tiny butterfly on a bead, and it is a beautifully handmade stitch marker. So I will actually use that stitch marker depending on what projects I do throughout the project. So I need to keep that safe. So I'll pop it on top of my little cushion. There you go. Right, where's my yarn gone? Where's one? Was this? Yeah, this was number 1. Right, here we go. I've already ripped that bit, so I'm making a real pig's ear of that, aren't I? What am I doing? I don't think I should be opening it like that. I'm just going to tear it across. Let's see what colours I've got, because I've got something in mind for this one. Oh, really nice. Oh, and we have, I love sparkle through yarn. I'm a real sparkle addict, I'm afraid, where that's concerned. This feels so nice. Love to squish a bit of yarn. Now I need to turn this into a ball. So my video is actually, they're all going to be in like 3 parts, because I have to do my intro, then I have to do the opening, then I have to go off and wind this up, and then we have to make something. Now I know what you're going to be making with this one. I've already got an idea, and you will already see on the thumbnail anyway, and the colour is perfect for what I was wanting to do. So we're going to move on now. I'm going to sort of pause this. I'll go off and wind it up, and you will see me in half a second, but I will be away for a little bit longer than that, and we'll get something made beautiful with this stunning yarn. So I will see you in a moment. Hi, so here we are with the wound up ball of yarn. I'm quite pleased it's that colour actually, and the reason being is I tried some sample things out ready to see if they might work for the yarns, and this is the little flower that I decided I would do in whatever colour. So I'm really pleased the colours come out of that, because it works perfectly for a little flower. This is actually done in a double knit yarn, although I did use the same size hook. So this should come out a little bit smaller than this, but you can see how you could do it on a double knit yarn. You don't have to have a if I could speak, a 4-ply cotton even. So I'm going to pop that over there, and we're going to get going with this little flower. It's nice and quick to do, nice and simple. A couple of things sort of need explaining, because we have to turn it over. I think I need to pop that in my yarn ball there. So we're basically going to start with 6 chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now don't forget I'm working in UK terms here, because it will make a big difference to what you're making. Now I'm going to join this into like a little loop by just slipping into the very first chain, pulling it through into a slip stitch. Now I need to pull that up carefully, because I don't want to be going in there, and you can see there's like a little hole, and that is what we're going to be working into. So I'm going to do 1 chain first, and then I need 12 double crochets into this ring. So that's our first one. 12 does seem a lot, but you will get it in there. Just take your time. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're halfway there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and number 12. Now I actually want to join this round, so in the top of that first double crochet I'm going to do a slip stitch again, so it just sort of balances it out. Now you can leave the hole like this, or you can tighten it up a little bit, entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter. It looks quite nice with a hole anyway. So now, oh, it's rolling about a bit. Let me get it back into position. I think it's twisted around, isn't it? Where's my yarn? That's it. I'm trying to work it with the wrong end. Right, so now we need to sort of start getting a little bit of a petal going. So we're going to do 3 chain. We do 1, 2 and 3. Now we need to miss 1 stitch, and we're going to do a double crochet into the next one. Or we won't, because I've just dropped the stitch. Double crochet into the next one. 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3. Miss 1, double crochet into the next one. So I think you can see what I'm doing there. So a 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3. Miss 1, double crochet into the next one. There we go. 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3. Miss 1, double crochet into the next one. So you can see what's happening here. Can you see? So we're getting like these little loops. And put a bit more of that yarn out. Right, now with 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3, miss 1 and double crochet into the next one. We should have 1 more to come, so we need 1, 2 and 3. Now you can see that's where the first one was, so we're missing 1 and we're going to double crochet into that one. So we now have 6 little loops. Well, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you've got 6 little loops there. Now into those loops you're going to form our petals, and into every single one of them they're going to have 1 double crochet, 3 trebles, 1 double crochet, and that is it. That is all you will do in every single one of them. So here we go. So we have 1 double crochet, 3 trebles. So we have 1 treble, 2 and 3, and then a double crochet. So that's our first petal. We're going to do exactly the same in the next one. So 1 double crochet, 3 trebles. So that's 1 treble, 2 treble, 3 treble, and a double crochet. So we have 2 petals now. Off we go for number 3. So we have 1 double crochet, 3 trebles. So that's 1, 2 and 3, 1 double crochet. Off we go again. So 1 double crochet, 3 trebles. That's our first treble, our second treble, our third treble, and our double crochet. So you can see the shape coming now. We've only got 2 more to do. So double crochet, 3 trebles. That's 1, 2 and 3, and a double crochet. Our last one to do for this section, 1 double crochet. We have 1, 2, then 3 trebles, and 1 double crochet. So we are actually round now. Now if you wanted to, I think that makes a really cute flower to pop on something. You could leave it at that. We do need to do a slip stitch to join it, but otherwise you could say that is our flower. So I'm just going to slip stitch into that first stitch. Okay, so that is my first layer of flower. If you have a look on this one, you can see we do have 2 layers, and that is what it's actually not coming out a lot smaller. I think it's just because I used a small hook on that one. Amazing, you can use double knit yarns with a small hook and you will still get a smaller item. Now the only thing now we have to do is turn the work over. So I'm going to do 1 chain first. Okay, so I've done a chain. I'm going to turn the work over. Now can you see how when you did those original DC rounds, you can see there's like sort of the space, then a stitch, then the space, then a stitch, all the way around. We need to go around one of those. So our first one is directly below. So I'm going to, because of the chain helps it get into place, well it will if it stays on the hook, I'm going to go in and around it, okay? And then I'm going to pull my yarn through and I will do a double crochet because it's easier than a slip stitch. You can get away with doing that. So now I'm going to do 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So again, just give it a little stretch and you will see, you can see just here, in fact let me get a needle, it's easier to point, isn't it? So you can see here, now this was a double crochet when you did that first set of chains. You're going to go around it and do a double crochet. Okay, 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's look for that second one. It's here and we're going to go round it and do a double crochet. 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Around the next one, 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Around the next one, 4 chain, 1, 2 or not 3 and 4, and around that next one. And we need 1 more set, so we need 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now obviously we went round this first one, so all this is really is a slip stitch that you are wanting to do. So I'm going to go back round it though to do it. Now this is one you went round first time, I know, but we're only going to do a slip stitch this time. Slip stitch because I wanted it a little bit shorter. There we go. So we now have another set of chains all the way round. So I'm going to do 1 chain. That's just because it's a turning chain. It's not anything else. Then I'm going to turn my work over. Now this, you do have to flatten that first set of petals to get to it, but we're going to be working in, you can see these chains here, you're going to be working in these chains almost exactly the same as this first layer. You can do it the same as the first layer if you want, but I've just added a little picot in there. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing a double crochet like you did the other one. Then we're going to be doing 2 trebles, so we have a 1 and a 2. And then we're going to do what we call a picot. So it's a 3 chain picot, so we do 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3. And then most patterns will tell you to go into that first of the 3 chain. I like to go in a little bit lower. Can you see I like to go in that last stitch, top of that last treble? Personal choice, personal choice. And that is a slip stitch that's just fallen off of my hook. We've caught it now, we've caught it. So I now need another treble and a double crochet. Yep, just gives a little point to the petal. So we'll go through that again. So I've found the next chain, so I've just flattened that off down in front of me, and I'm going to do a double crochet. I'm going to do 2 trebles, 1 and 2, then a 3 chain picot. So I go 1, 2 and 3, and then either on that first of the 3 or just below, entirely up to you, I'm going to do a slip stitch. Then I'm going to do another treble in that space, and then I'll do a double crochet. So you can see we're getting these nice little sort of pointy petals now. So I'm going to flatten down the next one, and I'm going to go double crochet, treble, treble, 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3, and slip stitch into the top of the treble, I suppose I'm doing, and then a treble and a double crochet. You'll see our little flowers come up. So fold over the next petal, and into this back chain we're going to do a double crochet, a treble, 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3, and slip stitch into the top of that treble. Ooh, that's a bit of a tight one, that one. There we go, I'm in. Need to tighten my stitches up a bit. And a treble and a double crochet. We have, how many more we got? We've got 2 more, I think it's 2 more. Yep, so flatten down the front petal to get hold of the back petal, and we do a double crochet, we do a treble, we do another treble, 3 chain picot, so 3 chain, and slip stitch in, treble, and double crochet. Just got 1 more to do, so double crochet, treble 1, treble 2, 1, 2, 3 chain into the top of that last treble with a slip stitch, another treble and a double crochet, and then we need to just slip stitch into the back here just to make it a little bit neater. That's all, just to finish off. Ta-da! And that is it. How quick was that? It's used hardly any of my yarn, but these are great for hats. So I'm going to make a couple more of these. So I've got them for hats, and then I have like a square that I had any remnants of 4-ply over that I'm slowly building up as a granny square blanket that's only about this big at the moment. It'll get there. So let's fasten that yarn off before I forget. And that is a very simple, just give it a little stretch out, little decorative flower that could be put on anything. It would look great on a card if you're into your card making. Again, I use it on my doll hats. It would be on people hats, on clothing, cardigans. It look really nice around the neck of a jumper. You could use that little design for so many different things. And it took minutes, so it's a really cool one to do. So I hope you're going to have a go at it. I'd love to see the different sizes. Again, don't forget, this is 4-ply, but you could do it in double knit, you could do it in chunky, make a really nice chunky flower, and that would look fabulous on a hat. So you can do it in all sorts of levels. It's the same pattern. So that was my first day advent, was a little flower. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you for day number 2 very soon, because as you know, I'm having to do them back to back. So I will see you in a little while, and thank you so much for watching.